Hey, we have shirts still. Remember those
Yeah, we
shirts? Do you remember them? We still have them. You should buy one. They're almost gone. It's almost September, guys. It's almost September.
SoundCloud.
They help us have a
shirt.
SoundCloud. Do
Put
you
it on
like
your body.
SoundCloud? Do you like t-shirts? You should buy one of our shirts.
Yes, you should.
Yep.
Yep,
All right.
and then take a picture and tag us. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Okay. Love you.
Here, enjoy the podcast now.
Good.
Goodbye.
Enjoy the podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, we are Hannah.
Echo.
And Crystal, and this is a news, culture, and current events podcast from the perspective of 3 YouTubers. Hey, Hannah,
Yeah,
what are we salty about today?
we're salty about the choices that you have to make in life, the absolutely 100% realistic choices that every person has to make.
Always.
Yep. At some point in life.
Absolutely. So we're going to be playing like a would you rather game or the would you press the button game, which are like two of my favorite things ever. Also, Rooster Teeth has a new one called $1 Million Butt. Incredible.
Oh, I've seen
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Such a
That's
good
another
series. I just got
Really
to,
great.
promo Rooster Teeth at the beginning of our episode.
Exactly.
That's good.
It's
I
good
like that.
stuff. Yeah. But anyways, the idea of, everybody gets, I don't have to explain the game, do I? We all understand what this means.
You'll
can
catch
just do
on
it.
really
They'll
quick.
catch on. They'll
You'll
catch
catch
on
on.
eventually.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
I
It'll be
believe in you.
fine. All right, first question.
I'm
Listen,
ready.
and these will happen, so you have to take this very seriously.
Okay.
Will you
I believe in you, Hannah.
live forever, but you will live alone? Would you
No.
do that? Would you be
No.
a vampire, basically?
No. I don't want that. No.
I can't
Ooh.
imagine.
I will not. I
Yeah.
won't.
I'm
I'm
introverted.
tempted.
Yeah.
I'm very I feel like I'm already. We're all just trapped in our own heads.
Echo, you want to
though,
live
so
forever
I'm
so
gonna
badly.
Get
Don't-
existential.
I
It's
know
not
you
even that I
do. Do
want
you
to.
really?
It's that I think I absolutely. I don't know if I believe in death. Is the thing. This is. I could go off on a huge tangent about this. I
You
don't
made a vid-
know
she's made a video
if death
about it
is a
before,
real
kids.
thing. Because like
prove it. They can't prove
why
it.
do exactly? You can't prove that you can die. Like
Yeah.
in terms of like, okay, when I'm talking about death, I'm more so talking about like ceasing to exist, not necessarily like dying in this life, moving on to the next one. I'm more so talking about just like ceasing to exist, because it's like, but like religion has a certain like eternal life belief. So in a sense, they don't. Like, a lot of religious people don't necessarily believe that you can die either.
Yeah.
Does that make
Basically.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So,
like the Christian
it's like in terms
one,
of like,
which is like your soul lives on, and then there's like reincarnation.
yeah.
I think that honestly, if I'm gonna be real honest, this is like the really cynical, scientific side of me. I think everybody just wants to think that it's not the end, but I think it's fucking the end.
See, that's I've got this
mean,
weird
maybe.
like.
and you
For me,
know?
it's like I recognize that I just don't know. I feel like humans
Yeah.
have this weird certainty
Oh,
that
yeah,
it's
I
like,
don't
oh, I'm
know.
gonna die someday. That's like the one absolute that we just have accepted, and I'm just kind of like, why? Why is that the one thing that you've just accepted is absolute, like more absolute than anything else when you have no idea what's happening
Dude,
So
from
Echo's-
everyone's
you're
perspectives?
right.
So
You're
Echo's
right.
new.
I'm more like,
Echo's determined to prove it wrong and be a vampire, or
hell yeah.
or a cyborg, or
I
a
feel
cyborg.
like okay. I feel like
She's
I
like,
wouldn't
I'm going
push
to
the
disprove
button.
this theory of death.
In terms of this context, I feel like I wouldn't push the button because I think I'm gonna live forever either way. I don't know if I'm gonna die, and if I do die, it's like I'm not gonna be alive to comprehend it. So it's like,
Love that answer. Okay, listen.
yeah.
When I read this question, I did not think this was even going to be a conversation. And Echo's like, listen, I'm already immortal.
What is
we're gonna
death?
talk about
I'm
death
immortal.
and immortality and all that stuff. Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I think I wouldn't push it because
awesome.
I don't know if I'm gonna die. So maybe I'll just
Why
live
make
forever
yourself
either
be
way.
alone and also still live forever?
Exactly.
That's
Nobody
so
can
stupid.
prove
That
it.
just seems like pointless suffering. No one can prove to me that I'm gonna die. So
There
we go.
You're right. You were right. I've heard,
Yep.
I love the, I really like hospital accounts, like emergency room accounts and stuff of when people
Yeah.
die, and you can, like, feel it. Especially when
Yes.
children
Like
die,
the
they say that you
energy
can feel it.
leaves.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like
That they get heavier,
fucking
that they
fingers
just like
crossed.
suddenly.
Yeah, that's true. That people aren't just making it up. Because I love that idea. Because I I used to be like, fucking take me when I was, I mean, you know, I went through a couple of years there where I was a little suicidal, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm cool with that. That's fine with me. I hate this. But nowadays I'm like, I'd
See,
like
in
to
my
keep
head, I've always
going.
been like, I'm afraid of dying, but not death. The
Yeah.
idea of not existing sounds totally fine. It's the pain. It's the whole, like,
Yeah.
the garbage that we've evolved to, like, resist dying. That stuff I'm not looking
Yeah.
forward to.
Yeah. It
Same.
sounds pretty awful.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pain
I'm
sucks.
cool with like the death or either ceasing to exist or going on to doing whatever the fuck else, which is again fine with me.
Yeah.
But it's the whole like even everybody wants to just die peacefully because like there's no hassle with
It's
it.
like-
but like I don't
yeah.
want to be like injured or in pain.
Oh my
or, like,
God.
That's
Right.
just a
It's the whole,
bunch
like,
of
die
no.
in your sleep thing. Yeah,
I
I don't
want
want
that.
to deal with any of the, like the pain. I just don't like pain. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't like pain.
This is not a fun story, but my friend in high school that committed suicide shot himself in the stomach.
Oh.
And I
Ooh.
just think that is the strangest last decision he made, because why would you
There are so many other
do
ways
that
to
in
kill
the
yourself and
stomach?
make it not hurt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not to talk about ways to do that
Yeah,
because
no,
that's triggering
you
for a lot of
shouldn't.
people.
You never
Yeah.
should. The thing that makes
No,
me
don't.
saddest is like that kind of makes me think that he didn't really want it to be.
Damn.
Anyways, hey, I took this to a really dark
Hey.
place. We were talking about being immortal vampires. That's more fun. All right, I'm not gonna push the button. Anybody
Yeah,
gonna push
I'm
it?
gonna
We're
pass
all
on
not
this one.
pushing the button.
Echo's
on
not,
this one.
because
But
she's
for
immortal.
slightly different reasons. Yeah, I'm just gonna live forever. Why on earth would I push a button and be alone?
Yeah.
Okay, how many people do you think push this button, like percentage-wise?
I don't know, 50-50 maybe.
Oh, I think a bunch of
Really?
people.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
yeah,
want to
okay.
live
I think-
forever.
I would have thought it was like 5% of people would push
Really?
it.
I think
yeah.
it's gonna be like 40. I think it's
It
gonna be
is-
like 40
it is
people
40.
who pushed
It's
yes.
35%. You nailed
Oh,
it.
wow.
You nailed it.
I'm
My
yeah.
God. What a sad time. I don't know, I guess I want to travel, but it's by myself.
No, I don't want to be alive for that. No, ugh. By myself,
Ugh.
no.
Sounds
I just know
boring.
that I go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would go
I
crazy.
fester.
Like,
I fester when I'm
I'm
alone.
an introvert. I like being alone. I thrive off of being alone, but I also love the like 5 people that I like talk to semi regularly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. You have like those few people. Yeah.
yeah. They
All right.
need to be there.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Listen. You will gain the ability to manipulate and control the minds of others, but you will slowly lose the ability to control your own well-being.
Control my own
Oh.
well-being. How? What does that mean? Like, like that's what I
I feel
ask.
like I don't control my
Mentally?
own well-being.
Like
To me,
my
it
health.
sounds like I don't know, like Alzheimer's almost. Like you just slowly,
Huh,
or
so
like,
like
what's
every
the, what's the
time
one where you
do
lose
it,
control over your body? The one Stephen Hawking has.
Okay.
It wasn't like
No.
muscular dystrophy, was it?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but whatever.
Something like
if
that,
it
though.
if we're looking at it in a like I get to control and manipulate people's minds, blah blah blah, but my mind or my body deteriorates in some way every time I do it, I would be tempted because you could manipulate if you're a good person. You can manipulate horrible people's minds to stop being so horrible
Oh, that'd
and
be
to,
nice.
do nice things
Yeah.
for the world. But at the same time, that could cause a ripple effect that you don't know the results of because once you stop
Yeah.
controlling them, they can
Oh,
undo
shoot.
your decisions.
Man, you guys are like
and I don't
super
have
deep
time
about
for
this.
that. I don't have time for that. So, like, why would I go out of my way to hurt myself to do something and try to make it so? Anyway, it takes a lot of planning, and I'm tired. Like, I'm okay.
I am tired.
People could undo that, and that's just stressful. I don't want to get involved.
Yeah,
my answer.
my brain instantly jumps to the president, so
Yeah, basically.
that's always where my brain goes.
See,
it's just
I'm
like,
just
what if I
so
could control all the people in
dumb, though.
Congress?
I feel like I'm really dumb, and I mean, there's other dumb
I
people.
feel like I don't. I feel
but-
like I don't control my mental well-being anyway.
I know. Like, I can't do this
like,
for
and-
my own self.
like-
Don't let me touch anybody else.
Mood,
like what does
yeah,
what does it even
basically.
mean? Because it's like I feel like I can't control my mental well-being at all. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'd fix this shit, and it's
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna choose to interpret it as more like physical well-being. Like, you lose
Yeah.
your ability to physically control this that's going on here. I'm gesturing to my face specifically, but my whole body.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just immediately imagined, like, Charles Xavier.
Yeah. Well,
Because he's in a wheelchair.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
kind of a
Yeah.
bummer.
I mean, yeah. I'm okay. I'm not gonna press the button.
Yeah, I don't want to push
Yeah,
that
I think
either.
I'm good on this one. That doesn't seem like a power that is
No.
worth
I don't
losing
need
anything
that one.
for. I can pass.
42% of people push that button. It's about
Wow.
50-50 too.
I can
mean,
wrap my head around
I
that.
get the appeal, but I just don't care enough.
I don't want to manipulate
Yeah, it's not
anybody
worth
else.
it.
No,
I'm
I
really
don't.
dumb. Listen, guys. It's sad. Alright, this is another, like, mind reading one. You can read people's minds whenever you want, but you get a headache every time you do it.
Okay, listen, I do not. I
wanna
see
say
what
yes.
people write on the internet. I do not want to know what the fuck they're thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't
shoot.
care. I don't want to know what you think about
See,
me. I don't
feel
want
like
to
as
know
long
what
as
you
I
think
control
about
it-
things. I don't want to know. I don't care.
I think as long as you can control it,
Yeah, that's what I was
I
gonna
think it's
say.
worth it. Because I'm just like, that's just giving me a free thing plus a
I feel like that's-
bad
that's
thing that I don't
me.
have to use.
I understand, but I feel like that's me asking for shitty mental health because I will overthink everything. I'm gonna be like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I really want to know what they feel about this. It won't hurt. I happen to look in and they're thinking something absolutely shitty about me or
Oh, it
somebody
would
else, and I
crush me.
forever can't think of them the same. Because at the same time, you as a human, how many things just randomly go through your mind and you're like, well, that's ridiculous, or like you just entertain it for a second and then you move on because that's the human brain.
me-
Like, what if you peek in on somebody during that and you're like, oh my god, they're a psycho? Like, I don't want to know these things.
Yeah.
See, in my head, I feel like I already know. I feel like people don't realize it, but they wear their thoughts on their sleeves. Like, more than they realize in the way that they behave, the way that they, like,
Yeah.
their tones, their, like, the way that they approach things in general.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I can, I could guess what they're thinking and know already.
That's-
So I would just use it for, like, party tricks. I would straight up be like, think of a number, and then just, like, just mess with people.
That's so funny. That's
I
another
turn it
thing.
into some kind of money-making scheme.
I feel
Oh,
like I
could
read
be.
people really well already anyway.
Yeah,
like I'm really
exactly,
on top
right?
of it, so like I don't need to know the nitty gritty details. I already know what's going on with you, like in
Yeah.
general. Like I don't need to know everything
Oh,
else.
dude, I don't think I read people well at all.
Really?
I don't know.
I think if I
guess
know
I don't
people
know.
well enough,
Yeah, I
read
can
them
read
I
well.
don't know. I
Tony.
just pick up stuff.
Tony's easy to read.
Like I got Tony.
Yeah, I
Well,
got the
yeah,
one kid.
Tony's
He's got
very
a happy
stoic.
smile and an uncomfortable smile. That's Tony's two moods: happy and uncomfortable. I don't know.
You
Okay.
got the perfect man for you.
He's
Yes.
a good guy. I don't know. I think I would take it. I really do.
Really?
I think I would take it.
Well, we got 2 goes and 1 pass. Y'all have fun. Let me know how it goes.
I'm
like
guessing
everybody's
this one's
gonna
going to be
take
more
this.
than 50%. Yeah. Most people will take it.
84%.
Yep.
You are in the minority, Crystal.
I am, but also on top of all of the things I pointed out with a headache, I'm good.
Headaches are like one of the worst pains. I'm
Yeah,
convinced.
I don't
Yeah.
like them.
You
They
can't.
suck.
I like
They're awful.
any pain you can't like touch and like hold it. It's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen. You can go into fictional worlds, but you can never read a book again.
I'm in. Let's go.
Oh, I'll take
I'm
it.
110%
I'll take
here
it.
for
Excuse
it.
me, I'm already there.
Yeah,
I'm
bye.
already halfway there.
I'm out.
Goodbye. I can get other people to read shit from me. They didn't say I can't read anything.
the
They said
internet.
read a
Also,
book. I
yeah,
can read
like,
social
we
media
got the internet.
and other things.
I'll read
Oh,
some
shoot.
PDFs or comic
We're in
books.
there.
Listen, I'm not about
Well,
the
onto internets.
loopholes. It's the
I'm
spirit
in
of
there.
the idea.
No, they
You
said
don't-
books. Read books. You know what's
We're
not a book?
genieing this.
It's been so
Internet.
long since I've read a book anyway. Like a
I
fictional
saw it,
book.
man. You know
I
what? I'm
listen
in
I
to
there.
prefer like text books.
Yeah. And then if you still want to read a book, you can listen to it. Boom. See, we're in there. I'm in there. I'm slamming the button
would do it.
enthusiastically many times. Let's go.
Dude, I listened to the last Harry Potter book on the way to Florida. That book is so fucking good. I always
so
forget
good.
how good Harry Potter is, and then I read it again.
I
I'm
want to
like,
reread them.
Damn. Yeah, I'd want to go into Harry Potter world, and then
Hell yeah.
maybe Game of Thrones, but just for a little bit.
Oh no.
It's cool. It's not safe. I would die. It doesn't say that.
See, I couldn't do any of
Would
the,
I
like...
perma-die?
I wouldn't want to go into any of the ones that are, like, super dangerous.
No.
Yeah, but
just
Game of Thrones
'cause-
is cool.
Yeah, but there's so many other cool Renaissance-y things that you
Yeah,
can
you're
go
right,
to, Hannah,
you're
that
right.
you won't
I
end
really
in, like,
just-
hella death.
Yeah, I really just want Renaissance. I don't care to meet anybody.
You don't need Game of Thrones.
I just
You'll
want a
die.
medieval setting that's safe. Somebody
can-
write me a safe medieval book where there's no conflict.
Kid in King Arthur's Court from 1990s.
Aw.
Like that movie, boom, done.
Crystal's
Fixed.
got this
Oh,
so
A
much.
Knight's
She already
Tale
knows.
with Heath Ledger.
Oh, A Knight's Tale was pleasant, and they had
They
rock
were
music.
cute.
There you
Yes.
go.
I'll go there. I'll go.
I
Kiss
honestly,
Heath
I would go
Ledger.
into Kingdom Hearts because I could go into so many other worlds, including all of the Disney worlds and all of the Final Fantasy
damn.
worlds, and also have a Keyblade.
Hold up.
Boom.
What's the first part of the sentence thing? Is it any fictional world or only fictional
Go
worlds in
into
books?
fictional worlds.
Into fictional worlds.
So essentially, this
You
is
can
okay.
pop.
This is getting to the point where you're becoming God because you can straight up make your own
Whoa.
fictional world.
I'm in there.
Yes,
Oh
I
man,
love
I'm
this.
in there.
I want to go
Make your
in my
own fictional
OC's
worlds. Write your
world.
own. There you go.
That's what
Make
I
your
want.
own world.
Goodbye,
into that
my
fictional
life.
world.
Jeez.
Hello,
You are now
fictional
God, like-
universe.
You control all universe. You control a universe. Essentially, it's giving you
Hell
a
yeah.
universe to control. I'm pushing this button.
Hell yeah.
Hardcore.
I'm pushing the fuck out of this button. Thank you.
That sounds like the best button we've had so far, and it's less than the Mind Raiders one. It's 76%.
What?
Maybe some people
Is
are like
wrong with
super into
people?
books. Some people are like
Yeah.
crazy into books.
I feel like, well,
But they
I feel like a
haven't
lot of
thought
people are also
through
doing it where they don't
Our
want to.
loopholes.
Yeah, they're not thinking about our loopholes. They're not stopping
not
to think
you
about
can
like
never
the
read again.
extremes you could take this to.
Yeah.
If it was you could never read again.
I mean, that might be a little
Oh,
bit
That
more.
would just be
different.
difficult. It would.
It
I would
would
still
make
do it.
life
I would
honestly.
still do it.
I think
I
would
would still
too.
do it.
I'd be
I
illiterate.
would still do it.
Yeah, I would.
You could, well,
Like for the sake of having my own
Shoot,
universe,
Hell yeah.
I'd do it. I'd do it in a
Hell yeah.
heartbeat.
yeah. The more I think about it, the more I want to go.
Yep.
Like, bye. Avatar,
Mhm.
Avatar Last Airbender. I think I'd probably go
Oh
there.
my god, hell yeah.
There's so many places I want to
Or,
visit.
like,
So many places.
Avatar with the blue aliens.
No, that's terrible.
I would
Nah.
freaking do it.
That'd
It's
be good.
so beautiful. I would do it. I would
Well,
totally
it's nice
do it.
because you don't perma-die, right? Because if your little
Yeah.
blue guy dies, you don't die, eh?
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
the way it
it's
works?
true.
Then
Yeah.
I'd be interested. I'd be interested. I don't want to perma-die in a fictional world.
Yeah, permadying would suck.
I just need to go to a peaceful place in Game of Thrones, which does not exist. Alright.
No.
After you die, your life becomes the inspiration for a great human revolution that will usher an everlasting peace on mankind forever.
Oh wow.
But you can never play video games for as long as you live.
Well.
World peace
mean,
or playing video games, guys.
Okay, I am a humanitarian, so yes, I would go world peace.
But
my loophole is
listen.
that I can watch other people play them.
Yes.
Listen,
I mean, it would
there's
kind of
gonna
suck because I
be-
never get to play like Minecraft again
Yeah,
or like
Minecraft is good.
Portal.
Dude, I've been
I never
playing...
get to play Mandrake Boys. I would die. Okay, fine. I would still do it.
I've been
I
playing
would
so
do
much
it.
Stardew. It's basically like a...
Oh yeah, my sister
Yeah,
told
it's
me
so
about that. yeah.
fun. It's like Animal Crossing, kind of. It's so much
I
fun.
gotta play it.
Oh my god, it's so fun. There's gonna be a Mario Party on the Switch, though, and if I can't
Oh
play
my
that,
God.
I might just die on the spot. So, I mean... you have to push the button,
It's
right?
tempting and hard, but I would do it. I
If,
would.
I would do it too.
if nobody would know that I pushed the button,
Like if everybody knew that you had this option,
Yeah.
you're just like, I'm gonna
then
play
it would be...
games.
if nobody could know. Alright, 55% of people did do world peace. 45%
That's so
of people
sad.
chose
Sounds
video
about
games.
right.
That's so sad.
I mean, listen,
I
video
think
games
it's
are cool.
It's just the
I know,
appeal of
I
like
love
knowing
them.
that it's not going to affect you because it's going to be after
Yeah,
you
it's
die.
true.
But yeah, my humanitarian side is just like
Yeah, I
I
care
have to.
about the people after I die still. I
yeah.
think.
think.
I do think that, especially Echo, who's immortal. So
Yeah,
Oh,
like
that's true.
this doesn't apply to me. I'm just always gonna live forever.
okay, you can travel to any location, anytime, any alternate reality you can imagine by teleportation, but
Okay.
you have thousands of intergalactic enemies always attempting to destroy you. So this is like our other question, but
Ooh.
more.
I mean, my
primitive
inclination
option.
is like, fuck it, let's take an adventure. But at the same time, I can't do a push-up. So how am I going to fight off intergalactic enemies? I am really bad at first-person shooters. I don't know how that's going to
Oh
go.
damn!
Like,
Yeah.
This one's
so,
really
like,
tempting.
practically, I would have to train. I would have to be like, okay, we gotta train.
You
I
just have
don't
like
know.
a.
This is
Well,
hard.
fuck. I want to say you can have like an alternate reality where they're not after you.
Well, I mean, that I don't know.
That's
I don't know if you can
Right,
make
that's my
that.
thought too. Is
if
like
there's
I
any
want to.
alternate reality.
If there's any
Every
alternate
option.
reality, then I can make an alternate
Infinite.
reality in which I manipulate the laws of physics.
What if they're
Therefore,
like,
Oh damn! Yeah.
okay,
I
these
can
guys.
be
okay,
strong.
what I see with this is like maybe they are.
It sounds like Rick
They,
and Morty.
they also
to be
have the
honest.
ability to follow you, like.
Yeah.
So you could make a world that is like peaceful and everything, and that you are like all powerful and everything, but they could follow you into this.
Yes, but if you're an all powerful
make
in this
sense?
universe, then they are bound by the laws of that universe.
Yeah. See, so I think
Hmm.
I would imagine how many did it say thousands?
Thousands.
Thousands.
Okay.
Always
so
attempting to destroy
That's
you.
technically a number. So technically, if you killed thousands of them, they would be gone, and you would still have these powers. You just
This
gotta
is
beat
true.
them once. You just gotta beat thousands of bad guys once, and then you got that all
You
powerful
could make
I
a
control the
universe in
universe
which you have
business.
millions of an army, and then boom, the
Hey,
thousands
there
of
you
people
go.
are gone.
You
I'll
are
take it.
just
I'll
gonna
press the
be- I'll
button.
take it. I think I'll do
I'll
it.
press the
Adventure.
button.
We're gonna go on an adventure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm thinking about pushing the button too, but to me it sounds like a Rick and Morty situation where he's kind
Mm-hmm.
of always on the run and fucking things up. But it sounds interesting. All right, 65% of people push that button. That seems
It's
about
appealing.
right. Yeah,
That seems
It's
right.
appealing.
that seems right. I think that would be a
It's
great time
adventure.
still. It would be an adventure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
die probably early, but you know,
I mean,
here we are. Except for Echo again.
You just gotta
she's
make it
immortal.
through the thousands. I'm gonna live forever. I just gotta make it through the couple
But the
thousand people
rest
that are
of us-
after me, and
yeah,
then
it's true, it's
and then
true.
we're good.
All right, you will regain your freedoms, but you have to stop using smartphones and Google services, and also they delete your Facebook account. That's a weird addendum
wait,
thrown in
regain
there.
my freedoms? Do I not have them currently?
Are they,
know.
this sounds like it was written by some baby boomer who's like, you're imprisoned by your cell phones.
This
If you
sounds,
stop using
yeah,
them, you'll
that sounds
gain
like
Yeah.
your freedom. Screw that. I live in the
Fuck
internet.
that. Yeah.
That's like, do you want to be kicked out of your house?
Fuck
No.
that.
No.
Regain my freedoms implies that I currently do not have them, and if we're looking at a current situation, fuck you. I'm keeping my phone and my internet.
Yeah.
I'm trying
like
to
if
think
so
of
if
what
this is
freedom
just some
I don't have.
I don't know.
Yeah. This is just some twisted person who's trying who thinks
Yeah.
they just have negative views of like the internet and stuff, and I have a very positive view of the internet. So
Yes.
what they see as imprisonment, I see as like a form of freedom.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's a very
just gonna
strangely
laugh
phrased
at that
question.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
most
move on
people
from
did
that
not
one.
push that one either.
Yeah.
Most people were like, what the hell? Alright, you can breathe in space, but you will constantly hear whispering voices when you're out there. This again implies that I'm in space. When
I was
will
gonna
be
say, like,
doing
when am
this?
I going?
Where am I going?
When am I going?
When am I doing this?
But,
Also, why would I need
since
to breathe in space?
so you don't die.
Well,
But
I need
listen.
my thermal suit anyways. It's fucking cold.
Listen.
That's true. There's other things.
It's
okay.
it's like a fail safe.
Let's-
It's like if you're in space, right? On the off chance for whatever crazy
reason.
reason, you're probably not even going to use this. Therefore, it's probably not even going to give you a problem ever. But on the weird chance you end up in space and you
Yeah.
need to breathe, you can. You just feel a little crazy. I'll take it.
I
Sure.
mean, you're right. It's just
I
like
mean,
a useless
although,
power.
What if?
Yeah.
What if? Because I'm guessing this space essentially means anything outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
reasonable. So I'm thinking like maybe the world's dying something, we build a big ark spaceship and try and escape. Are you stuck hearing voices even if you're inside this ark? Like, do you just suddenly have
what's the parameters?
schizophrenia?
If you're in space or if you're doing the breathing thing in space?
Is it like only if
Damn.
you're outside? Like, there's some
don't know.
conditions in this where I'm like, ooh, like that would be a good survival thing for backup reasons.
Yeah.
But
If-
also, if I'm stuck in space, I almost feel like I would rather just kind of die than
Yeah.
be stuck floating around in a cold space,
I don't want to
hearing
hear
whispers
voices.
and breathing.
Dude, that's like one of my
You'll
biggest
freeze to death.
fears. You know that schizophrenia comes on in like your 20s?
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fucking terrified that one day I'm gonna be
no.
like schizophrenic.
It runs in my
That
family. See, that's
sounds-
one of the reasons
that
why I'm
sounds
like,
so eerie.
ooh, it's terrifying. That's one of the reasons like I would never even consider doing any form of psychedelic drugs
Yeah.
or
Oh my
anything like
God,
that because
yeah.
that can also
Yeah.
cause the onset of schizophrenia and it
Yeah.
runs in my family. So I'm
Not
just like,
fucking
no.
worth it.
Why would I
Not fucking
ever
worth
do that?
it.
It's not worth it. Like, I've had people be like, hey, do you want to do acid, blah, 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 with me? And I'm like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
My mental health is, like, not worth the stupid risk of, like, spacing out
Dude.
for a weekend. Like, no.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, I'm right there with you. I don't think my mentality is strong enough for that.
Schizophrenia
I'm gonna
is
say
what's
I
my
wouldn't-
biggest fear.
Push the button.
Well, okay, only because we
Depending.
don't
It
know
depends.
if it's like a perma in space situation.
Yeah.
If it's a
and it's
perma
like the
in
Earth
space
is
situation,
in space.
then
Like, are we technically in space now? It's like, I
No.
need some more
We need
information
context
on this. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no because I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared it's gonna be one of those genie things where it's like you push the button and you immediately get shot out into space.
oh no.
Bye.
Okay, fine. I won't push the button.
It does sound like a
I don't
cool,
think I
useless
would-
talent.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think most people said yes.
Most people pushed that one.
Yeah.
You gain.
Because they don't overanalyze it.
Yeah. We thought about it way too much. You gain the ability to be able to. Wow, this is a poorly worded question. They just let anybody write these, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They literally do.
Anyone.
Alright. You gain the ability to gain the memories of all of your ancestors. But to do so, you must relive their deaths and feel all their pain.
No, I don't give a fuck. I don't care that much. I
You
don't care that
learn
much.
so much.
No, I don't care.
Ah.
I don't care.
That's
We
just
just
like
talked
all
about for like
them.
10
If
minutes
you
about how
gain
we don't like
their
pain.
Lives?
Listen,
Did
we
you-
just talked about how we don't like pain.
Ooh.
I don't like pain. I don't want it. You know
Listen.
what I don't care about? Dead people I don't know about. I'm okay. I'm
All
okay.
of your ancestors, though.
Also,
that goes all
if
the
you
way
gain
back.
all of their memories, you'd learn so much. But also, if you gain all of their memories, do you technically become them in a sense?
Maybe, but I don't see. I don't need to worry about this because I'm not gonna press.
I'm not gonna push. I think I want to push it. Oh,
Go ahead.
What if the top comment is, "I'm black. Fuck that."
Oh no!
That
Oh
clever, buddy.
Damn.
All right.
Smart. Right? Like, I try and think back of, like, my mom died slowly and, like, she wasn't completely
Shit,
lucid.
yeah.
I can imagine. She also died in her sleep, though, so it's, like,
I've got a
it's
lot of
probably not that
mental
bad. My
illness in
grandmother
my
died of
family.
a heart attack.
I'm concerned
Right? I'm
that like
thinking, like-
far back everybody was just nuts.
yeah.
And like
I think it's... But it's also gaining all those
it's so
lives.
cool though.
It's so
I
tempting.
want to know, like, back in the
ahead.
medieval times and, like, before that. Like, I want to know all of those people. And, like, you get to know, like, the origin of humanity. Like, how cool would that
Yeah,
be?
this goes back all the way to, like...
I'm okay.
when there were, like,
primordial
10
soup.
people.
I'm
It's
so
You can let
cool.
me know
tempted.
how that went.
I'll tell you. I'll keep you up to date.
You can let me know.
Okay, I'm gonna say... no, I don't think the pain would be worth it.
Hell no. I
I
do
think it
not
would be
like it.
too much pain. As much as I would love to know and how amazing that would
Well,
be,
honestly,
I don't
it
think
might
it's
drive
worth
you
the
insane.
cost.
In a practical place, like that much pain that many times,
It would
like it would drive you crazy. There's an
Yeah,
anime
it
called
probably
ReZero where this guy like resets or whatever. It's like a little video game, but it's like really dark. He like dies and feels the pain and feels the death, and then he wakes up and dies again, and then you watch the deterioration of his mental health. And that's essentially what you'd be doing. You'd be waking up, living a memory, dying a painful death. Waking up, living a memory, dying a painful death. Or dying a death. And that dying that many times will fuck you up. So, like, how can you even sort through the information that you've been given then?
But I think you would lose yourself is another thing. I think that's where you as an individual would cease to exist. Because if you gain all of these memories, then that's essentially like you are your memories, like you are the software that's in your brain. So it's like all of these people, all of your ancestors would essentially just be taken and put into a single human being with like a conscious memory, like just being completely conscious as all of the people you've come from. And like, what would you even be at that point?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Like, what kind of entity would that be? I don't think I would push it. As curious as I would be, as like, interesting as it is, I don't think it's worth the risk. I feel like I would lose myself too much.
I understand.
Would you push it?
I just want to know. I want to know. I just have to know.
I want to talk to you after you push this button, and
Yeah, let's talk. We're gonna
pick your brain.
It's unfair.
Yes.
I get all the pain.
Well, you're pushing the button. Nobody's making it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I gotta push it. I gotta know I gotta push it.
It's so funny.
I want to know if you become all of your
51%
ancestors.
of people agree with me. 51. I am in the really small majority. Listen. My god. It would be so much, but like, listen. So good. Alright.
Fascinating.
I'm gonna give you a couple would you rathers.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself? 10 minutes isn't very long. What would you use that?
Safety purposes.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, sometimes it doesn't happen
I think
lot.
it would make walking home at night feel a lot better.
Oh,
so you could look
shit,
into
yeah.
the future and be like,
Yeah.
okay, if I walk
I'm
past
just
this person,
torn
is he gonna
on-
attack me? Or that would be useful.
The usefulness of it is helpful. My tornness is between myself or somebody else, because one of my biggest fears is losing David. So, like, anytime he walks outside, like, to get creamer, I'm like, ah! So, like, if I could look into the future of my husband and my future kids just for 10 minutes to be like, they'll be okay if they just go to the store, and, like, have an ease of mind, that would be really nice.
That would be really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Now that you
and then
said
also,
that,
if anything
my
bad
God.
was about to happen, you can call him up and be like, don't cross the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like that, and then be able to, like, code myself a little program where it only notifies me if they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, have a little Boolean thing going on there to tell me whether they're going to be in trouble or not. It's not specified whether
I
I can
also
do that,
think
but-
of, like, if I really cared about, like, what was going to happen in my future, I could use, like, see what my sister's doing in 10 minutes, because she's going to be in the house, and it's like, I'm probably
There's
going to
very
be in
few
that
times
vicinity.
where I've had to make really hard choices.
Yeah.
Like randomly and sporadically, and I feel like I'm really good at making the right choice, like
That's another
90%
thing.
of the
Can
time.
you change it? Like, I feel like that's another big thing that's just, like, a random... That would help
Well,
me
yeah, I think
think
you
about
can.
this.
I
Is
think
like, can
that's
you
part
change
of
it? I
it.
feel like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with other people. I'm gonna go with other people because I'm pretty solid in my knowledge of myself, and I
think
worry about other people way too much.
I do too. Now, as soon as you said I worry about David, I was like, oh my god. Because anytime we're traveling or anything, like, we also, man, I'm talking a lot about the way our friends have died, but we had a friend die from falling off a cliff, just really randomly.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah,
about
and my
that.
mom also had a friend die from falling off a cliff, like really randomly. You don't think that would ever happen. You're like, who falls off a cliff
Yeah.
and dies? That's really
And
random.
interesting loophole, if something happens to you in 10 minutes and you look into the future of somebody else, they're sad about something that happened to you, therefore you
Yeah,
kind
see,
of have
that's
a
what-
small loophole. So I'm going to go with
Also,
other
just
people.
anyone... Yeah, I think I would go with other people also because it lets you look into the lives of people who aren't close to you.
Yeah.
Like, I can look into the future of, like, my British friends and see what they're up to. Or if
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I want to call this family member and make sure that they don't pick up the phone so I can just leave a voice message. I can, like, look into their lives and see what they're doing for the next 10 minutes.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like other people, would just open more doors than
I would love
just
that.
yourself.
Yeah, I get so worried about things. It would be calming to just be like, he's not gonna fall off a cliff and die in the next 10 minutes. Neat. You know what? Let's enjoy the scenery. But
Pretty
then,
much.
if I'm not worried about it, does that make a difference? If I'm not
That's
worried about
right.
it,
Like, if you look into the
I
future,
get it, you're changing
could
it.
just looking at the future change it?
I don't think so. Especially
I
if you
feel like-
look into the future and then you're like, hey, let's maybe not do this dangerous thing potentially. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if it's a matter of do or don't do something that could cause just not doing that thing will almost always fix it. So if you're still iffy, just still don't do it. It's easy.
Alright, listen. Would you rather be famous when you're alive and forgotten when you die, or be unknown when you're alive and be famous when you die?
I kind of want to say famous when I die.
Really?
Because that's a form of immortality to me. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're
because
obsessed
I'm like,
with immortality!
Yes, she is.
yes, I am. Life is all I think about. Life and death. Yeah, I feel like...
I don't care
It's
at
hard.
all about when I die. I don't give
Also
a shit
because
what
I'm
people
like-
think about me.
I'm like medium... I don't want to say medium famous, like small famous.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we
yeah.
are like YouTubers, people know who we are, and it's like I can't feel it. Like I don't know. I feel like fame when you're alive doesn't make as much of a difference, but I don't know. With fame also comes like
It comes at a price, for sure.
security and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
I told this to Tony on our cruise. We just went on a cruise. It was awesome, by the way. I didn't tell anybody. We got recognized on the cruise. Like, we cannot go
Oh, nice.
anywhere really out and not get recognized. At least, like, you don't always know if they're recognizing you, and then later you'll get a tweet like, I saw you here, you know, and
Yeah.
people don't come up to you.
Yep.
So it's pretty much always you have to think that somebody knows who you are.
Yeah.
That's the basic idea of fame to me. I've
No,
never
it is.
gotten, like, really any perks. Like, there's a couple cool things that have happened to me, but, you know, I don't know. It's like the level of fame that we're at is, like, just kind of an inconvenience
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah, but it's also really comfortable.
It is
like, I feel
really
like this
cool.
Is very
Yeah, that's my-
comfortable fame.
that's
'Cause
my
it's like one person on a
inclination.
cruise is fine.
It is fine.
But-
yeah.
As long as I can keep the level of fame that I have now, I would rather be famous after I die.
I think that's fair.
Also, I'm an artist, so like the idea of people being like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she was this amazing artist in her time," and it's like, no, I wasn't. But you think I am, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that. I like being
I'm
like a Da
leaning
Vinci of
towards
the.
fame while I'm
2000s.
alive, depending on how if I can control how much it is. Because if it's like that, you know, like so level of fame where you can then leverage what you have
Yeah.
to make money to be comfortable while you live and have new opportunities and travel the world. I want to
Yeah.
live my life. You know what I mean? Like
I
I want to
agree,
go
I
see
agree.
shit.
I want
I
to
wanna-
be just a little bit more famous than I am right now. So I can, like, write a book and it'll sell.
Yes.
That
yes.
kind of
Yeah.
famous.
Exactly.
Or, like,
That would
that's
be
exactly
nice.
what I want. So if
Famous
it's like-
enough
because-
to pitch a TV show. Something like that.
Yes.
That's all I
yeah,
want.
It's
Oh, see,
it's
that would
famous
be
enough
great.
to have cool experiences.
Yeah.
Because if I'm famous when I die, it's like, well, that's great. People are just like, they were great. Name a holiday. I don't give. That affects me none. Is it making people's lives better? Not really. Are people just longingly thinking about me? Yeah, it's okay. I don't care about that. So
Yeah, I don't care
like,
about that
I would
either.
rather leverage
Ooh,
what
the
I
idea of,
have
like,
to have a cool
yeah,
life
of having
now.
fame now to be able to make a cartoon is also very.
Yeah.
Meh. Now I'm kind of torn.
I'm gonna
Garbage.
solid while I'm alive. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, what about, like, if they think you're a cool person when you're alive, but they think you're, like, a monster when you're dead?
But that's not what the question is.
I know, but now I'm asking you
This is
a
a different.
new one.
She's expanding.
I am
Well, if that's
expanding.
the
This is
case,
interview.
if that's the case, then fuck that. I don't
don't think
want
I
to
care.
net people to negatively think about.
Maybe I'll
because
care when
that's
I'm
going
older. I
to
don't know.
impact
Then
my
it would
future
negatively-
children. That's
Yeah, if
going
you
to
have
impact
kids,
my
that was
family.
my first thought too.
That's going to
Like, it's
impact
gonna-
the people I love. You know, like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want that. Like,
Nowadays, people understand, like, you're not well, most people understand you're not responsible.
I don't know.
Like,
The
I'm
internet's
still really interested
kind of
in like
volatile, like,
Yeah,
or
I
what
know.
is it?
You're
like
right,
vile.
but-
The internet's kind of
you can always change your last name too.
I
like,
don't know.
just go
The
on. Just
children
don't worry,
of
kids. You can go
Ted
undercover.
Bundy? Yeah, the children of Ted
Yeah.
Bundy just changed Bundy, and nobody knows where they are anymore. Like they're flying under the radar, and he's pretty fucking like one of the more evil men.
But still, to think about like having your people thinking so negatively about you that your family has to do that. Yeah, they're flying under the
Yeah.
radar now, but they can never really like that's
Yeah.
a
I
lot
don't know
to
if I
carry.
care.
You know what I
though.
mean?
Yeah, maybe
I
I,
care
will
too
care when I
much.
have kids, though.
I don't want my future kids to have a hard time, so
Yeah,
Like, if
fuck
that
them. They're
was
not
what
real
it was,
yet.
I wouldn't want. See, that's another thing where it's like,
I
rather
can't-
than being
listen,
hated
I care
after
about
I
my
die,
future
I
kids
would
a
just
lot.
be comfortable with this.
My
I
imaginary
make videos talking to my future kids all the
Aw.
time.
Oh, that's really sweet.
They're little. They're little, like, well, I don't know, if I'm filming something in the house or whatever, it's just like, okay, future kids, okay, bye, I love you. Like,
Aw.
look at Dad's outfit, isn't it so ugly? Like, I do that shit all the time.
That's really sweet.
I've done that before too, where you just think about like, oh, I would love to teach them how to cook banana bread, just like really stupid
Yes.
little things where it's
Aw.
like, oh, I would
Yeah.
love to explain the birds and the bees to them, and it's like,
Yeah, it's just
stupid
in
little
my
things.
Google Drive. Like, it's not going anywhere. I'm not posting it, but it's just like, I care a lot about my future kids' well-being, and I don't want them to have to deal with that.
That's sweet. Yeah, I don't give a shit about them. Not yet. They're not here.
you haven't met them yet.
Where are they?
Like, what if they're assholes? Like, what
Yeah.
if they're jerks?
They could be the serial killer. We don't know yet. Jury's still
Still.
out.
Still.
Don't listen to this recording, future children. I care so much about you. Listen.
Don't listen to me, future kids.
Future kids, listen.
Okay, if
I never said this.
I think if I could manage to leverage the level of fame that I had
Yes.
to like make enough of an income that I could actually make cartoons and do what I want, then I'd rather be famous now. But if it came at the price of being hated later, then I wouldn't want
Yeah.
it.
Same. Exactly where I'm
I
at.
think that's changed my mind. I'll give up the immortality for making a cartoon.
All right. Would you rather accidentally be responsible for the death of a child
Oh my god.
or accidentally be responsible for the death of 3 adults?
Why? I hate these questions.
I love these questions.
I hate these questions.
They're
I hate
hard.
them. These questions are stupid
wanna
because they're
know
never gonna happen, and they make me mad because
how. It
is
life is not
happening
black and
right
white like
now.
that. Life is not black and white. There is always another way out of that kind of bullshit because
Alright,
I'm a
would you
Hufflepuff
rather
and I said so.
you die?
So I don't like answering these questions. Okay, then I'll die.
I'd say the adults.
I'll die.
I'd say the adults.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
die. I'll die.
You'll
I'd
die
rather go for the
instead.
adults.
I'll die. I will die instead,
I won't
1,000%.
choose.
I will always die instead of somebody else. Like, I get so
Oh,
mad when
that's
people
really
ask me these
sweet.
questions. I mean it.
Aw,
I hate
you're
it
such
so
a
much.
humanitarian.
I
There are some
am,
people
Billy,
who are
listen.
not good.
You're such a Hufflepuff.
But they need a chance. I'm fine. They need a chance to get better. So I am gonna die instead.
Did you say the child or the adults? Echo.
I think the adults.
The adults need to die. I'll let them die.
Which is
Let
so
them
like
die.
It'd be harder in real life. I don't know.
I can't.
I never want a child to die because they really don't have a chance to like
Oh yeah.
do this yet. Do this thing that is life. Oh man.
Also,
yeah,
what do they
that's hard.
define as an adult is another thing.
Like
it's
100 years old. I don't know.
adult.
I don't know, man.
Also,
I'm-
how? That's another
30s.
thing. I want to know the methods by which they mean that I accidentally
The
killed these
traditional
people.
one is
Do I-
like the train thing. Where
I hate that. You
Yeah,
know what?
the train one.
You know what? You know what the fuck the answer is? You run and you push them out of the way. That's what the answer is. Like, it's not that fucking hard.
Spider-Man the train.
No,
you Spider-Man
that's-
the train. You
no,
just
no,
go in front and you go.
That's
"Ooh."
also an option.
That's what you do.
Spider-Man the train.
Spider-Man the train.
Push them out of the way and Spider-Man the train.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Fixed.
There you go.
Answered.
There you
Got you.
go. Got you. All right, this one's happy. Nobody dies in this one.
Okay.
Would you rather live in the wilderness, far away from civilization, or live on the streets of a city as a homeless person?
Far away.
Me too, I think.
Dude, I walk by these homeless people and I am fine. I do not I
don't
mean, I
wanna,
love
yeah.
them and I have a heart for them, but I do not want to be there. And I would, if I can live comfortably far away and just travel to the city, yeah, that's fine.
There's like a,
Wait,
there's a-
restate the question one
I
more
got
time.
you. Wilderness, far away from civilization, or on the streets of a city as a homeless person?
Far away.
If I had the knowledge, I would live on the far away so that I could just build my own little cabin,
Yeah.
travel to the city.
Well, they
think
don't
I'm-
say that you
yeah.
can't have comfortable things. It's just as far away from
Well,
civilization. So you could be going into like a pre-made like situation that's fine. Like,
Yeah, as long as I wouldn't
know.
starve to death.
Yeah.
I fantasize about like
I'd be okay
living
living
out
in the wilderness.
But I think
But not...
I don't know. I feel like I'd go crazy.
Either way, it sounds like these are lives without internet, so...
Yeah, I know, right? It's the worst.
If it was like homeless and you had the internet, I'd be homeless, but I'm gonna live
Homeless
on the
with the
do you have
outskirts.
internet.
libraries?
well, that's the thing. If
Yeah.
you're homeless with the internet and with a consistent phone connection, you
Dude.
have a means of attempting to make money.
There are
If you're smart.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, is this like you're just starting here and you get to move on, or you're just stuck like this
Yeah.
forever?
there are like
Because that's like, if you're stuck
weird
like this forever, I think I'd
old
say
homeless
wilderness.
people in our library, in our school library, like all the time, using our computers.
Yeah.
And I mean, nobody bothers them. I
Oh,
don't know.
I actually had some friends in college who said that I would be a really good homeless person just because I would know, like, I'm very resourceful and understand, like, how to get around and how to live in a way that's...
Yeah. I mean,
that
anybody
make
who,
sense?
like, lived without any money for a while. But see,
Yeah,
I
like,
lived
you
without
know
any
where to
money in like a farmland. Like we raised chickens and had our chickens. You know, like we did no money in a rural sense. I'm not city smart. I'm city very dumb. I don't know how to do city.
That's another
I mean-
thing. I feel like it also depends on the city. Because, like, in
Yeah.
Phoenix, people die from the heat. Homeless people
Yeah.
die just because
I'm
it's
imagining
hot.
like San Fran.
And
San Fran had the most homeless people I'd ever seen.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
if I was
they've got a
homeless, I would go
lot
to
of
San
homeless
Francisco.
people.
It's nice
Yeah.
there.
They do.
I'm gonna
well.
say in what's left of the... I'm gonna go out in what's left of the wilderness.
Wilderness.
I want to go to the wilderness.
I'm thinking
Yeah, I wanna
wilderness
do
too.
wilderness.
I don't
Yeah.
know. There's homeless people in Venice that make more than minimum wage.
Oh
In
yeah,
Venice, Italy.
there are professional.
That's true.
Professional homeless people in New York City.
Yeah, they do well for themselves.
They do. I mean,
Yeah,
I
there are
wasn't
professional
homeless.
homeless people.
I was really broke, but I sat in a really popular tourist park, Battery Park, when I first moved here, and just played the guitar and screwed around for like an hour. I made $50.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah.
so if you know where to go and you know how to make people feel bad for you, you can get money. So like, it's fine. You know,
It's
like
fine.
It's fine.
It's
but I
livable.
I wouldn't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? It's just I'd
Yeah.
rather be comfortable.
It's not a job that I would want.
It's not fun.
It's like there used to be a, like, I don't know what to call him. Like a homeless, not homeless guy, but he was like this homeless guy who lived in, so like I used to live in Section 8 housing, not under the government, like we actually paid for the apartment, but the apartment also had a section of like, you know, free housing for homeless people or people who couldn't afford it. And one of, there was one apartment that had like 3 guys who lived in it, and one of them was like a professional homeless person, quote unquote, whatever, who would just, like, his day job was to just ask people for money.
Yep.
And that was how he made his living, essentially.
Yep. People do that.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I don't know if that kind of makes me
Like,
sad.
I'm not saying
but
the dudes.
It
I
makes
know,
me
it's
sad. It
like-
makes it hard to give to homeless people in the city because
I never
you don't
give
know who's
money,
fucking
but
with you.
if I have, like, I give food all the time, and
Oh, yeah,
like I give
food's
money to
fun.
organizations and stuff that help. I don't ever give money to people on the street though, because I had a lot of drug addicts in my family. I'm just so scared they're gonna
Yeah.
fucking buy drugs.
See, I always give money to people on the street if I have it. The main reason that I don't give homeless people money is because I don't have it. Is because I'm like a millennial who
Yeah.
just carries cards.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
I don't
That's
have
true. I don't
cash.
carry cash
I never
either.
have cash.
It's
if
the
I happen
best
to have
excuse
cash
for
or change
stuff,
or
too.
whatever.
People ask you for
Yeah.
something, and you're like, "Sorry, dude, I have no cash." Although soon it's gonna be like, "Can I just touch your hand to mine and get your money?"
No.
No,
Yeah.
Get your hands away from me.
They'll just have card
Well, that's
readers.
the frustrating thing is, like, people assume you have money because you are put together, but you can have, like, no money in your account. I cannot tell you
Dude,
how many
Goodwill.
nasty looks I have
Oh,
gotten
I know.
from people.
That's the
Like, I look
worst.
decent. I'm wearing hand-me-down pants, like $2 things from JCPenney, and but I look
Stuff I've
nice.
got
And
from
people are like,
Goodwill.
"Do you have money?" And I'm like, "No." And they're just like, "Ugh, bitch." And I'm just like, "What? I'm broke. Like, I'm broke,
Right.
motherfucker. Like, I don't have money.
I've totally
I'm poor."
been there. Like, where I'm like, like, I have nothing in my bank account. I am, like, scraping by, waiting for my next paycheck, and,
Yep.
like, I don't look ridiculously poor because I know
Yep.
how to, like, buy clothes from Goodwill for
Yep.
$1.
Goodwill,
and
dude.
yep.
Goodwill. Yeah, go
Goodwill
on
on
Dollar
Dollar
Day
Day.
days.
If
Yeah.
you go,
There's
like,
ways.
honestly, Dollar Day is even better. Like, most people go for the 50% off because it's everything in the store. If you go for Dollar Day in the morning when they have everything, you can get, like, so much clothes for, like, $1.
They have nice
So,
stuff
I don't
at
know.
ours, at least, too. Like, nice professional business women dresses
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, that's where I've gotten all my
Yeah.
professional business women outfits. Yeah, I get everything there. Shoes,
Yeah.
especially.
Like, if I want
even though
leather-
it's kind of gross. Shoes are
Yeah,
so
if I want
expensive.
leather for like crafting,
Yeah.
shoes are expensive. If I want leather or something for crafting, I'll go on Dollar Day and just buy a bunch of like leather skirts and leather jackets that are on
Hey.
sale for $1, and I'll have a bunch of craft material for like
Yeah.
$5. And
Hella, man.
Goodwill, man.
Goodwill's great.
See,
It
I'd be
really
a
is.
good homeless person because I'd be like, well, my clothes are getting kind of sweaty. I'm just gonna buy some new shirt. I'll just buy a whole new outfit for $3.
All right, listen. Would you rather the general public think that you're a horrible person, but your family to be very proud of you? Or for your family to think that you're a horrible person, but the general public to be very proud of you?
You know,
I'd like the general public to be proud of me.
I would like the public to be proud of me too, because in my
Yeah.
brain, I can think of a few reasons why my family would think I'm shit, but like the public's like, yay, and it's for reasons that I think I agree with the public on. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like,
I know
it's
what you
fine
mean.
if my family's mad at me about something. You know what I mean?
For
Like,
me,
I
it's
don't
like-
really care.
Most of my family is distant or dead, so I don't know. I mean, it would suck if Jade was disappointed in me or thought lowly of me, but I feel like she would still support me, just as a human, because that's the kind of person that she is.
Aww.
She's
really
badass.
Sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'd rather have like family disappointed in me
Yeah,
and
I think they
still
are
be able to
already.
make a living.
It's for me.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. So like the situation that we're currently in, that's what we're gonna go with.
Like
Basically.
right now. All
That's
right,
bad.
listen. I've got one.
Okay.
Would you rather have a fork that sanitizes anything eaten with it, filters out any junk, keeps the taste, non-allergenic, no poison, everything, you know, or a blanket that makes you very comfortable in any spot and position?
That's,
Ooh, I like both
Oh,
of
that's a
these.
hard
I
question.
Like this one.
I was already biased towards the magic fork, but then you said comfortable blanket. Because
Listen,
you can take
look
that
at me
shit
right
on
now.
airplanes. You
I'm,
can
like,
look,
hugging
take
blankets.
that shit on airplanes, and you will be
Ooh,
comfortable
oh my
on
God,
the
that would be
airplane.
so
Blanket.
nice.
Blanket.
I need my blankets. I love
I'm
blankets.
gonna go with blanket, because how many times have I been sitting on like a really uncomfortable couch or sitting like in a really uncomfortable situation?
Also,
blanket.
I'm just gonna say that fork is gonna wreak some havoc on your immune system. So
it's true.
I'm gonna say the blanket. Like, if you don't get any bacteria or anything, your body's not gonna be resistant to shit. So
yeah, it's
That's true. That is a true statement.
I'm down for the blanket. I'm down
Dude, I
for
love-
comfy
I'll say the blanket.
14-hour
You said
flights
the airplane
where
thing?
everybody's so uncomfortable and angry, but I'm in my blanket and I'm like, I'm
my
fucking
God.
great, guys. like, I'm so
dude.
here for blanket.
I want that blanket so bad now. Sometimes I want these to
I'll
be
say the
real so
blanket.
bad. I think this
I
is the one I've
know.
wanted the most.
The worst part about this one is that we don't actually get to have it.
Yeah,
I
give me my
know.
blanket now, please.
I would
want the
have to
magic
carry the
blanket.
blanket with me everywhere.
That's what I was gonna say. The only pain would be carrying it around. But
Just take
I
it to
would
like
do it.
interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you get a job interview, just take it in. I am completely confident right now.
I am very confident.
You'll be totally fine.
Walk in
Oh my
just
gosh, it
like wrapped
reduced
in a
so
blanket.
much
Hello,
stress.
how are you? I'm feeling great.
Yes.
All right,
Oh, that'd be
listen.
so nice.
Would you rather date the most beautiful person of the opposite sex or become the most beautiful person of your opposite sex? Echo, specifically
I was
you.
gonna say,
Oh.
I don't think this, but I already
this
got
one
both.
specifically for Echo.
Haha.
I would rather become a beautiful
It was
man.
it was too easy. It was too
Although-
easy.
I'm just gonna say, like, I don't like the way that they phrase this with their opposite gender nonsense and
Yeah, I
blah,
don't know
blah,
The
why
blah.
one
they said
you're
that. I should
attracted
have cut that
to.
out. I should have cut it.
The one you're attracted
Yeah,
to.
the whatever one you're
We
attracted
can
to.
Be with
Well, then,
whoever.
I'm
you're most
asexual, so what the
attractive.
fuck am I doing then?
Well, I mean, attractive
That's what I
is
said. I was
relative.
like, this one's for Echo.
Attractive is relative because attractiveness could be physically attractive, but it can also be emotionally attractive.
I would say most beautiful is all inclusive.
Yes,
It's like they're very
all-inclusive.
Yeah.
pleasant.
So not
They're
only
very
are they
gorgeous.
nice to look at and gorgeous, they open their mouth and you're like, "Fuck, man, you're great."
You're a nice person.
Yes.
I would
wanna
rather just be like a super beautiful
I was
man.
just gonna say that. A beautiful man. I was gonna say
Can you
man
imagine how
too, actually.
successful our YouTube channels would be if we were
That's what I
really
was gonna say, too.
attractive
I was like,
dudes?
True.
Listen, I would rather be a man for a couple reasons because I'm really scared to be any more pretty than I am now because I already get stalkers. Like, this is the max level of beautiful I can be without, like, literally getting murdered, I think.
But you could be like a
Understandable.
beauty guru and then
It's true,
you know,
I could. And that's what their key is that they already started beautiful. That's what they don't tell you. With their morning routine
Yeah.
is you have to start looking like them. Otherwise it doesn't work.
exactly.
Though I'll probably go with with the person I'm with being the most beautiful, but even so, it's irrelevant because David is the most beautiful on the inside and on the
Aw,
outside.
that's
so
cute.
I don't.
Aww.
He's not gonna
Very
listen to this, but
cute.
secret points for me.
Secret points for you.
But I mean it. He is gorgeous and a beautiful being. So it's
I
like
think
well,
Tony's
wow.
cute.
He looks like Brendan Urie.
Oh yeah, he is
He
like
does
Brendan
look
Urie.
pretty. Yeah, he does.
He's embraced it at this point. He's like, really? And I'm like, yes, you are
Yeah.
Puerto Rican Brendan Urie, except your face.
Does he
and he's
not
like,
see it?
okay. He
Does
does
he not
now.
see it?
He does now.
Okay.
The more people say it just offhandedly, the more he's like, really? And then he looks at pictures. He's like, fuck, I do look a lot like Brendan Urie.
He does. You know who
Like,
people
yeah.
call Tony? People called Tony Gordon Ramsay. My Tony is a beautiful
I
man.
can
He
kinda-
is.
He is. Tony's a very
He's
beautiful
got
man.
beautiful eyes and such a beautiful soul,
Yeah.
guys. Listen.
Yes, and he has that beautiful blonde hair
He
that
does.
is like sprinkles of sand.
He is Aryan as fuck. Listen. Oh god. I wish he wasn't, honestly. We look way too much alike. That's actually one thing that really bothers me about
But
him.
you look so similar.
Do people say that you're siblings?
Yes,
Do you ever
people
get
all the
that?
time.
Oh no.
I had one lady, this is so off topic, I had one lady be super insistent with it too. She was like, you guys are dating? I really think you probably have some family in common. And I was like, lady, please stop. It was when I was going to get my wisdom teeth taken out too. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
woman,
Oh,
this is
no.
not the time nor the place.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I wish we did not. I wish he was or one of us was more pretty and different looking.
But you're both gorgeous.
Yeah, you two are perfect for each other.
Thanks. I like him a lot. He's alright.
You should keep him.
I'm good.
You
I think I
should.
might. Guys, listen, I think I might. Don't tell anybody though. It's a
Yes.
secret.
Okay.
Alright, this is gonna be our final one, and it is the
Okay.
most important one I've asked all day.
Okay.
Would you rather poop out one Ninja Star or 10,000 gallons of mayonnaise?
That would take such a long time.
10,000 gallons is a lot.
That's gonna take a really long time. First of all, how did I consume that? I don't eat mayonnaise in the first
You're
place.
just gonna go straight through.
It's just
There's
well, I'm not
just
eating it.
pumping it
I'm
into
not
And you
gonna eat
also
it.
have to eat 10,000 gallons of mayonnaise? 'Cause
That's what I'm
I'm not
deciding
gonna-
right now.
Or you
Also,
have to eat
that's
a
so
Ninja
many.
Star?
Honestly, that's so many. Guys, that's so many.
It is so many.
That would break your body apart. A ninja star, well, okay, I'm gonna go with a ninja star because loophole, they didn't say how big the ninja star has to be. It could just be really small and inconvenient.
Listen, it's a normal sized ninja star.
No, they didn't say that, Hannah. They didn't say that. No, I'm going with my loopholes.
We're gonna loophole
A
it. If you're
small
gonna take the
ninja
loophole,
star.
I'll take the loophole.
I'm
No.
gonna go with a small ninja star.
Listen, I am not
That's
taking
still really
the
uncomfortable.
loophole
That could
also.
still rip the inside of your
Ow,
intestines.
ow, ow,
Okay?
ow, ow.
I'm looking for time here. I'm looking for time. I'm looking for like a short time of a small ninja star that could potentially hurt me a lot. But I'll just go to the doctor later.
Ow, ow, ow.
Or sit there forever and then die on the toilet.
Okay, I want to see how big is 10,000 gallons? Is it like a swimming
10,000
pool?
gallons.
It's a lot.
I don't know. How much is a normal swimming pool? Shit, man.
Like that's
Yeah,
as
how
many
many gallons
in,
is a
like in an
swimming pool?
aquarium. Like
Google
that's like
that
an
for me.
aquarium's worth or something. Like that's a lot.
Let me see how much is 10,000 gallons? Is that a swimming pool?
It's a swimming pool.
Let me pull up a Google.
It's a swimming pool.
It's a normal swimming pool.
It is a swimming pool?
Yeah.
I think I'll say the
man.
Mayo. That's nasty, but
What?
can we go to
4
a positive
foot?
one?
It's like
Huh?
a 4. You don't want to end on
A
this.
4 foot deep.
No, I don't want to end on this either.
Let's
That's not a good ending
nice
question.
Let's end on a positive one.
That's not a that's not an ending.
This is how you see the different like content ideas. Is Hannah wants to end on the poop question. Nobody else does. Listen, give me a second. I'll find a good one, or you guys can find a good one.
I have an interesting one. I don't know if it's a good ending question. It's more philosophical.
Do it.
Philosophical. Would you rather know the time of your death or the cause of your death?
Oh. Oh no.
I feel like this is asking. We can't end on this one either because this is terrifying. But I
This is
think
terrifying.
this is either daily stress or fear of a thing. This is like you're going to be stressed out by a time of day, like every day at a certain time, or you're going to be stressed out by a thing, whether
Well,
it's
time
water
of death,
or
is
like,
it like a just AM PM, or do you think it's like the time, like the date, the time?
oh,
period?
like the
Because I read it like
oh, okay. I
like
thought
the
you meant
day
like
that
the
you're gonna
time,
die.
like 4:15 p.m. Okay, cool. Like the exact time that you're going to die.
yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna die, so this doesn't apply to me. But
That's why it's not a good ending question. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
I kind of feel like I'd rather know the day.
Yeah, I would
Like
rather
if I
know
had
the
to
day.
pick one, I would rather know the time of day, like when I was going, like what date exactly I was going to die, because I'd be okay to accept it then, because I'd have everything before. Whereas if I knew what was going to kill me, then that would cause me daily stress. I feel like knowing
Yeah.
when would be more freeing.
You would
whereas
be able to
knowing
like come
what-
to terms with it. Like this is the day.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down with that.
Whereas, knowing what would just cause me like daily stress. Like if I found out like, oh, you're going to die in a car crash, I would be perpetually terrified of cars.
Shit, man. I don't know. I'm not like a superstitious person. I'm like really scientific. I already think I know how I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die in a car crash. I don't know why. I just really think it.
That's specific.
I just think it's so hard. I don't know why. I've always thought it.
I think it's gonna be my gut. In like I really feel like it's gonna be something internal for me. I think I'm gonna like it's gonna be some form of cancer or something. Like I feel like there's a solid chance I'll die of cancer.
I think I want to know.
About it.
I think I want to know how
You
I'll
don't have
die.
any kind of inkling?
I think that.
Like you don't have any kind of like thought of what
No.
might happen?
No, I don't think it'll be anytime too soon. But I don't know what. Like I have no idea.
I have another poop one.
No.
Oh, that's so funny.
No.
Did you guys know in like 8 years old. Did you know that? I am. It's a good time.
Oh, here's one that's like, this isn't a positive, but I like it. Be covered in feathers or covered in fur?
Ooh,
I just thought it was interesting.
I'm already covered in fur. I'm very furry.
Well, I guess that's true. Fur doesn't necessarily have to be soft, but feathers are always soft.
Yeah, but they're weird. Have you ever pet a bird?
Can you fly?
Yes, they're soft, babies.
They're soft, but they're weird soft. Like they're always like. I'm doing a thing with my fingies.
like a finger wiggle.
Yeah,
That's what
finger
she's
wiggle.
doing.
That's how feathers feel. They're like little fingers.
I guess fur. I'd rather have fur.
I'd be down with fur. I'd be down with fur. If I couldn't fly, then what's the point of feathers?
It's fine. My fursona is a cat anyway, so it's just leaning further into it.
My fursona is a naked mole rat. How about that?
Oh no, so you're like ruined.
But is it a furry if it's naked?
Yeah.
I mean, there are shark furries, so I feel like
there are shark furries.
I think they're called scalies. I don't know. I can't confirm that. I know that lizard fursonas are called scalies. I know.
Listeners, what the hell do you call non-furry furries? We need to know. This is an important
Are featheries
question.
a thing? That's hella cute.
Oh,
okay.
That sounds really cute.
Instantly, I found a kind of positive one. Instantly learn the piano perfectly, or instantly learn the guitar perfectly.
Guitar. Guitar, I think.
Guitar only because it's more accessible. Piano
That's what I was gonna
is
say.
Beautiful. I love the piano.
Yeah.
It's just so rare to have come across like a full ass piano. But you can take a guitar anywhere.
You can annoy people with a guitar anywhere.
That's really true.
I mean, just pure sound, I would rather know a piano. I just think they're beautiful. But if I'm just thinking like practically accessibility, I like the guitar.
You can really do so much with the guitar, though. Like, you can do so many different sounds.
You're all making the guitar sound so appealing, but I also kind of
have you guys heard Andy McKee? It's like
also,
from a few
if I knew
years
the
ago.
guitar, I could probably play the banjo. So maybe I should go with guitar.
I'm gonna say guitar. I'm gonna say guitar.
I'd like to play the banjo and the ukulele. I feel like you could transfer into more things as well. Stringed instruments versus...
Tony picks them up
I guess
really
piano's
fast.
technically also
Any
a
stringed instrument I put in front of Tony, he's like, bam, I got it.
Technically, pianos are stringed instruments.
Yeah.
Alright, well, he sucks at that one.
Except transferring that one to different applications might be a little bit more
Why can't we find
difficult.
a good ending one?
Here,
Damn it.
I've got a perfect ending one. Alright, let's see if you guys are happy with this one.
Okay.
Would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or depression?
Oh my god. That's a great ending. That's a great ending one.
This one's good.
Okay.
Alright, this one's good. Okay, so do you only have to fight the duck once?
Yes. Once you defeat him, he
And
stays
it's not a
defeated.
goose. It's not like a... It's not a goose, it's a duck. If it was a goose, I'd say depression. A duck...
They
But
do.
ducks are more
have teeth.
skitterish. Yeah, but geese they will fuck you up. Geese are
the actual
Ducks
devil.
are not
They're
so
awful.
bad. Geese are the devil.
I
So,
would
okay,
get by a
here's an
duck.
interesting thing.
Fighting a duck. What? What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, if a dog charges you, if you stand your ground and lunge at it, just like, like threaten it, it backs up because it's like, oh shit, this thing is really tall and runs away. Geese don't do that. I know from
come
personal
for you,
experience.
yeah.
We had a
Yeah, they
person
do.
in my, we had a person in my hometown who had, like, attack geese. They were terrifying. Geese are the devil.
Okay.
If it was a goose, no. A duck, yeah.
I've been attacked by
Depression.
both.
Oh,
Ducks
no.
and geese. Both of them. And I would say geese are way more terrifying. Because they didn't... Okay, a duck came after, like, my hand. Like, it was coming for my hands.
Mm-hmm.
But the goose came after my face.
Oh
The
man.
goose, like, ran...
Ooh.
I was little. He ran up my back. Like, he
my
came...
God.
Oh, he,
At
like,
an angle.
ninja'd at you.
He did, and tried to grab me. He grabbed my hair. It was really terrifying. Geese are really awful.
Like, geese are really awful, but it's a giant horse-sized
Yes,
duck.
horse-sized duck.
Horses are fucking huge.
Horses are ginormous.
Yeah.
So a duck that size is a little intimidating, but
Can I use weapons?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, do I know this fight is gonna happen? Can I come at this duck prepared?
But also, just because you're gonna fight a horse-sized duck doesn't mean the duck is ready to fight you. You could just be like, hey ducky, and the duck's gonna be like, wah, wah, and then like do the little happy pat, like, and then you won the fight.
I love it. Oh my god.
And then I
Now
make him
I
my
like the
steed.
duck. Now I don't want to
And then
kill
I
him.
make him my steed, and then ride him into
Oh
battle.
my god, yes! We're gonna conquer this duck.
Yes.
This duck is gonna
Notice
be
how
our
all of
pet.
us are
We're
like
gonna
not even
defeat-
entertaining the idea of depression.
No depression. Let's fight the duck.
Fuck the
Conquer
We're
him.
gonna fight
I'm
the
here
duck.
for fighting the duck. I would name him Steven and give him a
Aw.
little saddle, and he would be
Aw.
like, and I would get really happy. He's
Make
that-
this duck a friend. It
yes,
would be so
I'm
great.
going. That's how we fight. Is I fight
love
him
it.
into being my duck
Aw.
friend.
Oh, it'd be so great.
All right.
I wonder if it'd be able to fly. Like if you have like essentially a dragon, but it's
Yes.
a duck.
Oh
I
my
would say
god!
yes. I want
This
the
is
duck.
getting better as we go.
I know. We're taking
Somebody draw
We're gonna
us
take
on
on
a
the duck.
flying duck, for fuck's
Yes,
sake, please.
We're gonna have flying ducks.
Oh my god, a giant duck as a buddy
That's
is
our
the
that's
best.
our positive
That's
for
our
today. We're gonna have
positive for
giant
today.
ducks.
all-terrain vehicle too. He can go in the water too. My
My
god.
fucking god,
Oh
guys!
my gosh!
This is the best.
Land.
This is a
What is
win
it?
situation.
Land, water, and sea. This
Yes.
or no? Land, sky, and sea.
Land,
we have
sky,
an
and sea.
all like an ultimate horse. This is
We do.
we have an ultimate horse.
He is so good. We do not deserve him.
So good. And then you can be like, hey, Ducky, attack. Go, Steven, go. And then he'll, like, bite people. And it's
my God.
terrifying
Yeah.
because he's a giant duck. Yeah,
not
we're
worth
going to
it.
go with the duck.
We're gonna go with the
I'm,
duck.
I'm
Absolutely.
down with the duck too. I hope we only get one duck, all three of us, because maybe we
Yes.
can't handle our own individual ducks.
This is true. This is
We need
true.
to trade off.
All right, I'm happy with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good ending. That's a happy ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're
I'm
not
satisfied.
depressed. Yeah.
All right, you want to say our platforms, Crystal?
Yeah, you can find us on Mondays mostly on iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, and SoundCloud. And our handles are
At Happy Panda Party.
At Echo is Weird.
and at the Crystal Joy.
And remember, friends, the human body cannot survive without salt. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.